if you follow my channel, you'll know that I've got a lot of boots, and when it comes to boot maintenance, I definitely feel that less is more. I typically like to run my boots a little bit dry because I like to see the patina in the leather build up and the variations in colour come along where the the oils and the leather migrate around. Some bits are dry, some bits are still oily. I really just like that variation in colour. Not always the best thing for the leather, but yeah, the boots do absolutely fine. And when I do use conditioners and leather creams, I'm always looking for something that doesn't darken the colour of the leather for that exact reason, to allow that patina to continue to shine through. Over the years, I've found that really, really difficult. I think it's generally accepted that most conditioners will darken the leather somewhat. I've used the all-natural boot oil from Red Wing. Don't particularly like that. Might use that on my 875s, but that's about it. The Armstrong all-natural products, so the little things in the cans, and some Chamberlain's leather milk products as well, which are really, really nice. Use that on furniture and sort of bags and stuff as well. So really nice products, but they all do tend to darken the leather. And whenever I mention that, people comment below. There's a couple of products which always come up. One is the Bickford Bic 4 leather conditioner, which is silicone based. So I've heard good things about that. And the other one is the Red Wing leather cream. And I thought, as most boots are Red Wing, and they actually say on the jar here, leather cream should not darken leather, I thought I'd give that a go. So we're going to do a little trial of that this evening. Just to tell you a little bit about this cream, as I said, the Bic 4 is silicone based. I've not used silicone based boot conditioners before. I've heard things which suggest that some people don't particularly like them. This is all natural. It's neat's foot oil based. Neat's foot is a rendered oil from cattle, so the bones of cattle, and it's actually the lower leg, hence the foot. So it's the shin and the foot bones, not the hooves, just the shin and the foot bones. That's where the foot part of the name comes from. And the neat, or neats, apparently that's Old English for cattle. So basically leg oil. So hopefully that will be really good on these boots. Now what we're going to do, we've got the chuckers. So the classic, what reference are these? These are the classic 3140, so that's in the Oro original leather, like you find on the 875s. These are pretty new, probably don't quite need it yet, but we're just coming into winter, and I don't really want these to patina that much. I'd like to have a nice consistent colour on these. And then the Gore-Tex mock toes, which are the 8864s, and the reason why I'm going to treat these is firstly because they need a bit of conditioning, but also, as I reported in my earlier video, whilst the leather is waterproof or water resistant, it's Gore-Tex lined, my feet do stay really nice and dry. There has been a little bit of water staining. Those marks there are permanent. It doesn't need to dry anymore, it's just stained the leather. And I thought with a bit of conditioning, could I alter that in any way, or at least stop it getting any worse? But purely cosmetic, they are really quite nice boots if you want to have boots for your winter and to keep your feet dry, but as I say, slight water staining there. So what we're going to do, obviously I'm going to treat both pairs, but initially I'm just going to treat one of each so we can keep that direct comparison. The recommendations on the jar here say to give them a brush, give them a wipe over with a damp rag, and we'll do that across the board so we've got nice clean boots for reference, and we'll see how it goes. So I've brushed, wiped down with a wet cloth, dried and treated these shoes. I've only treated the right hand boot in each case, and although it did look like it was maybe darkening slightly as I applied the leather cream, it soaked in incredibly quickly, and whilst it has acquired a bit more of a luster, not a shine, but just a little bit more life in that leather, so a nice waxy feel to it. Maybe some of the creasing is reduced slightly, maybe, or maybe that's my imagination. But I've got to say, I think the Oro Legacy leather, I think it is, or Original actually, I think it is, that, my experience is that it darkens really easily, but I don't think that has darkened. So that's the boot that we treated. I really don't think that's darkened at all, or not to any notable degree. The same with the Gore-Tex Mock Toes. Again, it's this boot that I've treated. A little bit more lustre in the leather. Isn't intended to put a shine on it, but it's got that little bit of life in it. Slightly more reflective, but I don't think that's really changed the colour, which I find very pleasing. So, does Red Wing Leather Cream darken leather? I think the answer is no, not in my little trial here. So I'll obviously treat the left-hand boots in a moment off screen, but yeah, really happy with that product. And thank you to everyone that's recommended it. Maybe one day I'll try the Bic 4 as well to see how that goes. Just in terms of how much I used very sparingly, as you would, but a good amount put on, enough to give these a little bit more life and water resistance as we go into the winter months. But yeah, really pleased about that. Okay, well, if you haven't seen my channel before, lots of boot reviews, quality footwear, denim, everyday carry, that sort of thing. If you've used these products or know of other products that you'd like to recommend, put it down in the comments below. If you thought this was useful, thumbs up. Of course, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.